Welcome back, aspiring red belts, to our mindful tour of the Southland. Now we approach the more challenging meditations. Remember, this is not about feeling relaxed, feeling positive. This is about challenging yourself so that you can grow. This is about endurance. And today it's about understanding our adversaries. So, for this exercise, I'd like you to consider your adversary, someone you may not get along with. Could be a person, hell, could be a group, could be someone you live with or someone from back east. When you're ready, when you have your adversary, find your particular spot and your posture, bringing your index and middle finger to your thumb. As you breathe in deeply with your eyes closed, notice the feeling of your thumb with your index and middle fingers. Breathe in and also notice what you are feeling in your body, any tension in your shoulders. Breathe into it, sit with it, allow it to be there. Remember to hold your pose. We're in the red belt. We're here to build your endurance. We're here to help you understand who you are and what you are about. To that end, we will be exploring your adversaries. So you might feel upset. Notice that when you fidget, you can always breathe into that anxiety, breathe into that upset. Sit with it. Keep your pose, keep your stillness. It's okay. You're becoming stronger. You're earning your red belt. As with any Californian in the Southland, you'll have a visitor from back east flying into LAX. Naturally, you want to show off the coast a bit. So instead of taking Sepulveda, you'll go up Vista Del Mar. Vista Del Mar with great views of Dockweiler Beach, the bay, and the distant Santa Monica Mountains. A lovely view. What does your visitor mention? All the messiness, the dilapidated roads, the dead grass, the fence off ruins, litter everywhere, endless parking restrictions. Notice how easy it is to lapse into judgment. All that special effort to show off what is so apparent to your perspective, met with swift dismissal. It is only when you stop for a moment and look from your passenger's view. Of course, when you look at it from the right window view, you see the old Surfridge community forced to abandon their land as the airport brought in the jet planes. Notice from the exact same road, while your perspective is the beautiful bay, another will notice only the messy ruins. And that person will not hesitate to express their view and even seek to impose their view upon you. You must know, my dear, dear listener, that as you take action in the service of your values, you will meet opposition and resistance. There will be those who take the same road as you, yet have the opposite response. And of course, for seemingly no reason at all, there will be those who will offend you, hurt you, challenge you. And so imagine your adversary in your passenger seat right now, a representative or that person in full. Remember your breath and your pose as we explore the three mindful challenges to take. The first, to postpone your response. I want you to notice your passenger operating in judgment, polluting your world, spreading wild accusations and baseless conspiracies. Notice your kids. What are they saying in a back seat? Are they swept up in judgment, consumed in anger? You know, to lash out would feel amazing, yet does that match your values? Does that align with who you want to be? Notice the anger, breathe into it, allow it to be there. Know that those strong feelings come and go, and that perhaps it's best to let those strong emotions abate just a bit before deciding upon an action. As you practice your mindfulness, notice how you don't have to take the bait. Of course, you'll get upset. Notice the emotions, make room for them. Understand that you always have a choice. Shall we let anger and resentment rule our lives, or can we focus on the road ahead? You are always free to make a decision in the future based upon your values, based upon what's important. The second, know your adversary. I know it's a challenge, I know it's difficult. See if you can see the world from your passenger's view. This adversary has their own wishes, values, biases, and a lot of hurt. Those who hurt tend to hurt others. Notice what those kids are saying in the back seat, that this is intolerable, that there is nothing to understand. Sit with that anger. Sit with your own hurt. Breathe in, aham. Allow it to be there. Return to the human. There will be adversaries with the same values as yours to protect and support their community, yet their goals will be radically different from your own. Now is the time to understand their goals, their values. Remember, those who do not understand their opponent's position do not truly understand their own. Notice the view from your passenger seat. Notice the strong emotions rising and falling like waves in the ocean. What are those kids saying? Sit with their statements. Breathe into the emotions that come up. Surf the waves of emotion. And finally, and this is a tough one, understand your role in the dispute with this adversary. There are hurt people in the world, and there are insecure people as well. Should we really be surprised when they do hurtful, insecure things? I wonder if that's where part of the anger comes from, having an expectation of decency when people are often indecent. That hurt people somehow won't lash out, that people who take advantage of other people when given an opportunity to do so. And of course, there's nothing you nor I can do to control other people. The only thing that can be controlled is your reaction, your role in a dispute, and your responsibility to understand other people. Notice just for a moment what led you to be surprised, vulnerable, or even just disappointed, both with your adversary and possibly even yourself. Now, this does not mean you should be bullied. If someone arrives on your shore to pollute your space or spread conspiracies or pass judgment upon your brothers and sisters, you take the steps to protect yourself, to protect your people. And at the same time, understand your adversary and understand what's important to you, your values. As you are driving up Vista Del Mar, I want you to notice what this passenger is showing you about what's important to them and what's important to you, and what actions you can take to support what's important to you. Not just upvoting, not just downvoting. What are the actions you can take to represent your state, your values? What are the options, the actions you can take to protect and support your community? And so, yes, it has come to this. I want you to notice your passenger, and I want you to notice that passenger's kids in a back seat. Notice your passenger's scars, the hurt, the insecurity, that cord of light of understanding, even of gratitude to your faithful adversary in this world at this time. Sending that cord of light to your adversary. May you have wellness, love, and connection. And to the kids, may you have wellness, love, and connection. And to the scars, may you have wellness, love, and connection. Notice your fidgeting. Notice your struggle. Breathe into it. Allow it to be there. Aham. And back to your adversary. Keep doing this just a few moments more. Notice the distraction. What are your own kids in the back seat saying? And yet you are driving towards understanding a realistic view of humanity, a healthier relationship to protect yourself and others. Ready for action, noticing what's important, coming back to your body and back to your breath. Good, good. You're earning your red belt. Any strong emotions you want to explore, be sure to write that down in your journal. Okay, so one last meditation in this series, and this one's a somber one as we explore Gower Street.